Yo, what's up, and welcome to the Ant-Man channel. It is Monday the 5th of January, 2015, and I am your host, Ant-Man. So, let's get on with it. We got an article here from ClashDaily.com with Doug Giles, ClashDaily.com. This was posted on the 1st, but I've been holding it especially for today. This is BS, Taxpayers Fund Legal Group rap video about killing cops. This is by Evan Gar. Oh wait, never mind. It doesn't say who wrote this, but Evan Gard, the Daily Signal there's a quote here posted by him. That's what I'm going to read here. I'll post the link in the description for the original article. But this was, in race baiting Obama land, our money is always used to propagate their horse crap laden narratives. Yeah, you think the government and the news are, the government owns the news and the government's corrupt. You know that, right? So if you're getting your information from them, they're actually lying to you. I talk about this a lot. And there's a lot of things that you can tell that they're lying to you about. And that is one of the economy. They're lying to you about how good it's doing. And I once used to be naive. And I once used to think the government were good guys and used to be on our side. But they're really not. They exploit minority groups to divide us, and they try to take our liberties away by devising things, and a lot of people know these as false flags. They stage a lot of things that go on these days to try to take our liberty. They're after your guns, if you haven't noticed. They're after your your liberty, man. They're after your freedom. There are rogue entities inside the government that are working for foreign interests. They're working for totally special interest groups, man. And sounds crazy, I know, and I'll tell this to anybody. Anybody that I walk to on the street, and we have a conversation that even goes, remotely into this direction. I don't water it down for nobody. I tell them the truth, and if you don't understand, I feel bad for you because they are using your ignorance to exploit you and use your money for things like this. So let's get back into this. By Evan Gar, the Daily Signal. The Obama administration's Justice Department funneled at least $1.5 million in grants to a New York legal aid group featured in a new rap video that depicts two young black men aiming handguns at a white police officer. Mayor de Blasio of New York is having the entire police department turn their backs on him because he's in cahoots, in bed, politically with Al Sharpton and with a lot of people who make their living, their entire careers off race baiting. People who are trying to perpetuate what was relevant and a societal issue back in the 50s are trying to bring back that same exact tension back now to to our modern day. They want to keep it alive, that this racial tension it died a long time ago, but they're reviving it. It was really a big deal back in the 50s, but now they're trying to get racism back into the public as a normal thing. And it's working. It is. A lot of people are persuaded by these punks, man. And the police are doing the right thing by turning their backs on them. And, my friend who was talking to me about this, he was like, can you believe that? And I'm like, well, they have every right to, man. The guy that is running their city is turning the public on the cops. Imagine how freaking crazy it must be to be a cop nowadays, man. Like, nobody likes you. The culture got turned against you because of the weaponization of what, hip hop's dead. What we have today is like this weaponized gangbanger music that turns everybody into just idiots, man. And it's the truth. And if you get offended by that, I don't care, man. I'm sick and tired of it, man. I grew up around nothing but people that I was always like wondering, like, why do people listen to the mainstream talking points and they get their information from that and they're told what's trendy, they're told what they should like, they're told all this, and it's not true. And I grew up thinking, like, why all the time? And then I read the Bible and I figured it out. Man loves evil rather than good. And that is an intrinsic thing within us all. It's called sin. Sin isn't an act. It is something that is intrinsically wrong. And you cannot be free from sin unless you believe in Jesus and are repenting of your sin and are contrite in heart. You know what I mean? This is a salvation issue. This is a salvation issue that you're given over to a reprobate mind when you're lost. And this is the kind of stuff you fall for. The deception in the world. There's so many lies out there. And they're all geared for you to be someone who's against liberty. Someone who's against all that is good, man. And that's our weaponized culture today. And it's not on coincidence. It is designed that way by people in the CIA, and it sounds crazy, man, but the truth is stranger than fiction. And I'd rather get on board with the truth than live in a lie all my life. And you grow in character, and you become a stronger person because of that. One who's not afraid and domesticated and isn't, you know what I mean, afraid of offending people, and isn't, you know what I mean, just not gonna sit on their butt all day and sit on their hands and not do anything and not say anything. It's not right. It really is not right, man, for you to not do anything about what's going on. And I'm not trying to push a guilt trip on you, but this is the right state of mind to have. You know, you do have an enemy. It's good to have your guard up, your armor on. It's good to have the right perspective, man, a heavenly perspective. We are seated in places with Christ Jesus, and he's in heaven. You know, he has the highest perspective. He has a clear and high perspective, and his ways are not ours. His thoughts are not our thoughts. He is God, and he's pure. And it's good to be in tune with the Spirit every day, so that you understand, you know what I mean, what you're getting yourself into every day. We all need that, you know, the washing of the water of the Word, to be empowered in the Spirit, to be truth bearers, to be people who are not ashamed to wave their flag, if you will. But anyways, some may find the lyrics eerily similar to the social media postings of the man accused of shooting and killing 2 New York City police officers executed execution style in Brooklyn on Saturday. Yeah, a man of God, a godly man who is a man of his community, a man of his family. Nothing but good things spoken about him. Dead. Because of this. It's such ridiculous, man. This is gotta stop. This is not cop against civilian. We're on the same side, people. The cops are sometimes asleep, just like the general public are, but we need to be, we can't listen to the stupid rap music that tells us to not be, people who respect authority. We need authority. Men are not angels and are not governed by angels, so we need laws, and laws are based off of morality, and you need to know something about being a civilian of your country, man, if you don't know anything about this, because this is a general... I was preaching this yesterday to my friends. My friends were all like wide-eyed at me. They couldn't believe I got all big and, you know, like outspoken about it. But I'm like, we are the people who own this country. You, as a citizen of the United States, have a voice, and you have every right to speak your opinion and all this. And you know what I mean? And a lot of people don't. They're intimidated by the status quo and what's politically correct. And I don't care. If I'm a martyr, which just means a witness to what is truth, and I'm just doing what anybody would do when you call yourself a journalist or whatever you call yourself as a blogger, whatever. I'm just doing what my rights in the Constitution tell me I'm allowed to do. If I get taken out for that, then that should be a sign to everyone out there that, you know what I mean, like, and I doubt it, because I'm small fry, you know what I mean, I'm not a big deal. And yeah, there's people that are better that are better at making YouTube videos, but I have my own special gift I think I bring to the table, even though I'm not as cool as a Freeman Fly or all that. You know what I mean? I do bring my talking points to the table, and that's what everybody should do. But anyways, let's just read the entirety of this thing here. The video for Hands Up, which also shows a white police officer gunning down a black motorist wearing a hoodie, contains lyrics suggesting revenge for much publicized deaths of black men and confrontations with police. Credited to rappers Uncle Murda and Mano, the video is subtitled Eric Garner's Tribute. You see, we have a society that glorifies gangbanger punks that think that they could go around and push people around, and that they're never going to get, you know, like they're never going to get nobody mad and nobody's going to ever do anything back to you, dude. Like, you're living in la la land. That doesn't work in real life. And you don't, and how dare you have that licentious attitude about I'm allowed to do whatever I want and not lose my life? Well, based off of what? Based off of who says that's how it works, my friend? If someone breaks into my house, I have every right. I have every right to defend myself and do something about that guy breaking into my house. And we do have a corrupt society where you could go to jail. You can get sued for stupid stuff like that. And that's not right, man. Get rid of the jails, man. Get rid of all that. You know what I mean? We need to really reform our Constitution and our laws, but that's a different subject. They're all together. It's a whole different subject. A reference to the black man who died while being pinned and restrained on a sidewalk by New York police officers. Well, the Eric Garner thing was not it was not like the Trayvon or like the Michael Brown thing. He really did get murdered by the cops, but the media chose to pick a black guy because they want to make it about race. But this happens to everybody, man. We're all getting killed by the cops. When I see a cop, I feel sketchy, man. I'm like, that could be me. I could be dead right now because of a misunderstanding or because of a power trip that a cop's gonna have. But we're not against the police. The police, though, these days are a little out of control, man. But that just shows you what's going on at the top is even more realistic to believe, because you could see it. As trends journalist, Gerald Salene says, the fish rots from the head down. If there's corruption in the politics, there's corruption in the cops, how they're running their precincts. It's coming from above, man. They're not becoming corrupt on their own. They're becoming corrupt because of what's coming from the top, and what they're being told to do, or whatever. The taxpayer money that went to the organization shown in the video, the Bronx Defenders, come from a Justice Department program named for Edward Byrne, a New York police department officer who was shot dead at close range in 1988. Among the lyrics to Hands Up for Mike Brown and Sean Bell, a cop got to get killed. A cop gotta get killed. Because I'm black, police think they've got the right to shoot me. No jail time, their punishment is desk duty. By any means necessary, let's make them respect us. This is stupid. It's ego. It's ego, it's pride to make it all about you, my friend. It's not all about you. And if you get offended by that, I don't care. You know what I mean? I get to speak my mind. I live in America. I'm not ashamed of speaking the truth. But the fact of the matter is, my friend, is that a lot of political science has to do with exploiting and exposing minority groups. The people on the left, they make themselves out to be the little men people. They're for the little men in the United States, but they're not looking out for you, my friend. They're using you to get votes, and then they never fulfill their promises. They never really do what they're saying they're going to do, but they do cater to your emotions, and they do try to manipulate you by feeding you this horse crap, which it is. This is absolute horse crap. The cops, that's a problem today, but it's not a race issue. It's a power issue. The government is out of control issue, and it has to do with a lot of bureaucracy and all that kinds of stuff. But just know, man, that this kind of stuff is not good to promote in the public. Are you serious? Are you that stupid? You think we're gonna solve violence with violence? Nobody wants to fight. We all want to just kind of get along and whatnot, but peace doesn't come by just wanting peace for the sake of peace, man. But we do need to have peacemakers and peacekeepers, man. That's a real reality of our lives, man. If we didn't have the cops, are you serious? You know what kind of we would be living in the Wild West, my friend. We would be doing whatever is right in our own eyes. It would be like the days that Israel had no king. It would be amazing, really. You don't know what it's like to live in a place like that if you're an American today. So you should be thankful for the cops, man. And we should be helping one another. We should be trying to tell them that this is not about race. We should not have that in our minds. And to be honest with you, when I see a black guy on the street, I make an effort out of saying hello and doing all this, because I can feel the tension with all this stupid crap the media tries to divide us with. And I want to reach out to people and be nice and make it a I'm trying to send a message with that. Like, you know what? What's up, man? What are you doing? How's your day? Why? Why do I care? Because, dude, the media is trying to divide us, and I'm trying to show people out there in the world that not everybody's stupid and buys into this. Because if you buy into this, it's because you just want to start a riot. You just want to have the license to go out and kill people, and you're wrong, man. You're going to answer to God on Judgment Day for that. You think you can get away with that, dude? You're not going to get away with it. Even if you're getting away with it now, you're going to answer to God in the end, man. And that's what you get, because you're going around thinking that it's all right to kill people, white people, hate people because of the color of their skin. You're buying into this garbage. You want to live this gangbanger lifestyle. That's what you get. You get a bullet. You go and you meet God, and then you realize that you got lied to, and all of that's your fault, man. And you should be listening to people like me. I know I might be offensive and whatnot, but I'm telling you the truth out of love, man. It's not for any more. I'm doing it for Christ. I do it for Christ. The Lord is He reigns and He's alive, man. And people need to proclaim the truth. And we need to go out there, and these societal issues that we have today, morality is at the center of it. And the reason why we see problems coming up like this is because we have turned our back on God. This country used to believe in God. Do not believe the atheists who try to rewrite history. They're wrong. But with that said, man, God bless you, and have a good day, man. Peace out.